Talofa America Samoa and they tie matano fear the lofa manana leo le tua. O le lofa lava leo sisi ese o tato mafuta ne tie out toa. Fatalofa te foi. Ia I lātou lo maua mai nei prokalama I lunga au pena te whailangi. Mātou te whatalofa atu le nei tai au matano fear. O le tatou prokalama nei whai pea o le Fale Lalaga ua tu whatasia tatou ofisa o le American Samoa Visitors Bureau. O le autu lava le nei prokalama ia e sosoani e whaalawilo atu te mai businessi tono le tatou atanu. Ai mai se fo I tamama tina o tupulanga talavou o iai fo ia lātou tāleni ese. O lo o whapena le tautu ai bel tatou atanu. Ia o le tatou prokalama foi ese foi ia tatou angai tu inatu I le aso ma le aso I dunga le tatou prokalama o le nei foi lātai au fia lava le anganga ua mawheloa ai ia ma le tinale na ia Oli Siausau. Good morning, Oli.
Good morning, boy.
Ia o le tina ia Oli o ia malona a inga o lo ia de la flea market I nei Fagatogo. Ese mai la le flea market nei a le unga li nei. Ia mai si fo ia flea market ia lo ia I tonu tatou market ai o stebi ia ona mawhasua fo la ia matina ia Oli mtala no atuai. Oli, I'm so happy that we finally got you on the program.
Thank you for having us.
I think we've tried like 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
And Oli's husband, Eden, is camera shy. Said, you got to go on this program to let the community know what you're doing. One of the things, Oli, that we like to share with our viewers is how you started. Is that, beginning story that people will like to hear. How did you and your husband got into this kind of business?
Well, thank you for the question. Basically what we're doing is we're continuing the family trait, or I'd say this is their family business, that they've had for a very long time. It started off from their dad. He's always had a thing for carvings and he always tells us about what he used to do to make a living for their family. And this was part of what he did, is he did the carving and sold it at flea markets, or their mom, the wife would sell it back in the 90s, 80s.
So that was Eden's dad, right?
Eden's dad, my husband's dad.
And what about you? What did you bring?
No, I'm just helping him now.
Okay.
But it's still in their family. It's their family.
And I heard it's you pass it to the next generation. I saw Eden work. It's like it's amazing. And I think it stays within the family.
Yeah. Well, Eden and his brothers, they've all inherited this, from their dad. He's still doing, but not as much as he did when he first started.
I remember, I think the shop was at Nu'uli, where the theater is.
Yes, that's where they started doing business.
And I remember they started with the kaulima.
Yes, the bracelets.
That was a seller back in the days.
Back in the days, it still is right now, but not as big as it was. Yeah, we're still trying to keep it alive every now and then. We'll put it out. Some people forget, but once we put it on
especially when you have the name on it.
Yes.
That was popular back then in the 90s. Then everybody wants a kaulima with
their name, their family name.
And I remember how people used to send kaulimas off island, the wooden ones.
They still do that now, but not. Ever since the COVID and the measles outbreak, it started slowing down a little bit.
Well, we'll come to those, the measles and the COVID. But then after Nu'uli, because a lot of people were asking, boy, is that the one? I think this is the one that went to Nu'uli. And then you went to Puapua, Doc's Gym.
Yes.
How many years you were there?
I'm not sure how long they were there. Not very long.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then finally you came here
then they finally moved here to...
Yeah, paper on my mom, my tattoo to no, yeah, ole business ne pensa no at for le tina ya ole business lava pesa afu mai tamalo na ainga. Ya le sunga ya Eden malon tama elon na tua a ya mauna uso pe la tola vala le sa amataina nei le nei foi business. Ya ole la tattoo te ai mai olo fa wa pe la ele uso ya Eden ya mantilane ya Oli. Ole lawa e tolu la no fuanga sai hoi ta in Uli melo ye falti fanga ya pesa mana tua foi la tunu ole tau lima la papa la e sa tele foina na lumia na vai tai mi fa tau le tunu ya sa so ai lo mare o le pua me lo ya Doug's Gym. Yeah, talk about the place here in Fagatogo. Is there any different from the other places you've been before? You like it here?
Yes, we love it here at the market. It's small, but it's you know it gets us by, and then on top of that, with the cruise ship.
Yes, the cruise ship.
We don't need to try and get into the dock to try and sell our stuff, whereas the cruise people would come directly to the market because it's...
One of the interesting things about Eden's, what do you call your carving business? I saw the name up there, but I didn't.
Oh no, it's just handicrafts.
Handicrafts, okay. Ole sumara ya Eden martinani ya oli. E te saule maketi ia olo o tuato fala ainga leo yai na e mawala i o tama ia Eden olo ngā lue olo ngā lue lava i e whainga o mea malava nei mea tau lima e rei se mea o mea nei wha apesa wha atau mai se mea o lea la iai mea nei to te wa aima ia e mesi foi la le wati lea le wati le frame le fafo ia o le wati le tonu o mea lava nei ai sau nei le market e te maua mai le sunga Eden o lo fai pela na ngā luenga nei. And you know, Oli, this is one of the things that I like about your small business is because people can see your husband in action. He's just carving and doing all of that, putting on the engraving and it's amazing because sometimes you need to see the artist at work.
Yes.
Talk about how that is important to your line of work.
Mostly what's really busy here at the market for us is the engraving. A lot of people want to they
so the engraving is the lettering, right?
Yeah, the writing on the and then especially on the bracelets, because then we would have people would come in with their own bracelets.
Right?
Yes, we make these, and then people would buy them, and then they want to engrave their name on the bracelets. So he does that right there.
Yes.
It takes about...
So you charge by a letter?
No, it's just for us, since we try to push our own items, we sell the bracelets for about $20, and he does the engraving for free.
Okay.
But if you bring your own bracelet, then we charge for the engraving.
Yeah, na sa foi la i nei market e tu cielo mo engrave ile tau lima there. And there's the other one. Let me see the other one.
This one is
this one is a La Papa one that was very famous, right? Oh,
and then
right
this
here.
Is like one that's done with the name on.
How long does it take for people to come and say, okay, I want my name on my bracelet?
It takes about 10 to 15 minutes top.
Wow.
Per bracelet, till you engrave it, and then whatever color you want it.
What's your number? What's your number so people would know?
731 9647. 9647.
Ya o le telefoni la na te mawai le tina ya oli ya malona li e te sau lava te suma lava ne tato maketi o e mawai na uma o le numero le telefoni o le fitu tolu tasi iwa ono fa fitu tolu tasi Imaono Fafitu. Yeah. Okay. So even the smaller ones, the thin ones right
the
there.
thin ones right
So,
here.
lesi foi lá le manatua mai la o lesi lava nei fia tata prokalama o tangata lava e ngau sia lava e la so ia nei mea tau lima. One of the things that we like about this show is that we promote people who do their own handicrafts, and I think with Oli and the husband, these are all the things that they create. Okay, we'll put this here. So, e foi lá mea nei leo e ele seal America Samoa ese le manaya e au ngai fai e mea alofa e a matulanga fa pena pe amena o mia fo e fai mea alofa mo malo mai fafo matulanga fa pena. You know, Oli, what we found out with our talk show is that we have a lot of young people like you. We're not going to ask how young you are. I've seen you and Eden at work. What are some of the challenges for young people like you and Eden going into business? And with kids to feed.
At the moment it's just trying to balance out everything, whereas we have our kids to tend to, and then our family, because we have an elderly that we care for, and then on top of that is the business when we're trying to. So most of the time is we try to do the business, but make sure that our kids are in school, they're fed, they're taken care of, and then
because a lot of people think small business is okay. Maybe Oli has a lot of money or Eden has a lot of money. There's that misconception in people that if you're in business, okay, let's go do it like halafu. But there are challenges.
There's a lot of challenges. It's not just because we're in business doesn't mean that we're rich people. No, we're struggling just like everybody. Just like everybody else. We're trying to pay bills at home. On top of that, we're trying to pay bills here where we're doing business in. And then
the business has its own expenses too.
Yes.
People need to remember that. If I say na foi tangata fa pe o ka tele o mana ye business no no winga tele foi tu ya ngalo foi tangata e ye foi ai tala fu ma pili ai le business e te taona ona te tongi ma tulana fa pena. Oli, I've seen here at the market, and one of the things I like is that people are still continuing to go through their own little flea market, the restaurants, the panikeke, guy who's doing the panikeke every morning, and then first we have the measles, and now we have COVID-19. It's 6 months. It's like no more millies coming in, no more tourists coming in. Talk about that. The challenges that we have now with COVID-19.
I'd say it affected us a lot, starting with the measles when they stopped, when they discontinued the cruise ships. Most of the little booths here at the market were making money off of the cruise ships. Like, we'd get a lot of sales from that. And then the COVID happened, they stopped the planes because when the cruise ships discontinued, we had our locals that were, coming in and going out.
I heard from some of the vendors after a Fale, or if they did come for a Sofai or a Maliu, and then they come to the market and take all of this for their families.
They were like, that was like what we felt that helped us out after the measles outbreak. And then COVID happened, and then they stopped the planes from coming in. So then we had nobody else. So as of right now, it's only our local, the people on island that we rely on.
Yeah, this is the reason why we wanted to encourage our local people to stop by the market, just come visit the market. Olo te le lava nai flea market mana nei no fuanga ni tanto market e ai o ia toi fo tanto watunu. Olo ma wapele panikeke vevela.
Yes.
there are restaurants. Ia fo nei fale ai na lo iai. Ia ai mesela ia tamama tinane. O lo fa au pe nei na we nei de tato market. E ui la mane leo mai ni tangata ta fa mai. Ia wa fa ta fo nei mai ta. Ia e fa tai la vai le nganga o nei fo I tama matina talavo because Eden and Oli are very young people. But they are very determined to stay the course and continue with the business. If I'm out away for business, we've seen young people going into business. Oli, I wanted to ask you about the. So every day you come because the market closes on
Sunday.
Sunday, so people will find you here.
We'll be here from Monday to Friday, but Saturdays we have some Saturdays that we can come in and
and then
no school on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Some people, we've talked to other vendors say, "Okay, we don't want to take orders." I don't know how people are reliable with you with orders. Do they call and don't pick up? Does that happen sometimes?
Yeah, we get that a lot before, but then now people see our work line of works that we've done before, so then most of them will pay beforehand, or they'll do a deposit, and then we always make sure that we get them their order.
We also notice with other small businesses using the internet or Zoom. I don't know how effective that is. I think that's what they're using for schools. But I think that's the way things are going to move, even with schools, virtual learning, and do you think? Because a lot of young people are using YouTube and all of that. Do you use social media to promote your business?
So far, it's only through Facebook.
Okay.
So we have a Facebook page. We have people that would come in or call us and ask us, what do we have? Yes. What can we make? We would always give them our Facebook page, and they would go on there and see something they like. They'll message us, and then most of the time we advertise on there, and people would comment.
So the wood, you buy the wood locally, right?
Yes. Some woods it's from a tree.
Wow.
Yeah, just at the house. But if it's something that that's like the keys, the 21st birthday.
Okay.
We do 21st birthday keys. That's like a big hit.
Wow.
We normally buy the wood.
Okay.
To do that, because then we want fine, straight lines, and to do that.
Do you think? I don't know. I wanted to ask this, but the recycled wood. I don't know if that's good for carving and recycled.
We use recycled woods too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we try to use anything that we can use for. Yeah.
Wow.
Anything. What Eden says is, if it's wood, you can carve on it. So yeah, any wood is good.
Malona. Yeah, tai nau tatu fa fonga mai fo tina ya oli. Yeah, it's a level o nemia uma. Yeah, fa ngale la papa. Yeah, I'm a five for na fa ngale to inga la papa fo ile lewa. Pe botia I wale ma. Yeah, I'm a five la na fa nga fo ila ua ya le tulanga le I've seen yours, and I've seen some of the carving from up here. I don't know if I noticed the difference, but do you know that?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
I worked at a gift shop, a Sadie's gift shop. So I knew I could. This was before I got married with Eden, so then I was working around a lot of handicrafts that they had, so I knew when I started working with him, I can tell the difference. Yeah.
Well, let's see for na mea le mata ina for el tato prokalam. Yeah, ole ese for ye. Yeah, pe tato for tato ole lima. Ese for le lima. O le sunga Eden, ese fo I malima o tatou fo I kusong to fafine mai Samoa po lato fo nei I tato watunu ia olo faya pele nei tulanga I tono o tato watunu I'm sure there are carvers at the museum and they too have a different kind of hand with all of this. I've spoken to some of the vendors here, and they spoke about their faith, during these times. So how important is faith to you during these very difficult times, Oli?
It's very important. We sometimes I lose faith, and my husband's always like, come on, we got to do this. I'm not used to coming to the market and sometimes there's no sales for a whole week. So then my husband's always, hey, let's go, tomorrow's another day, maybe we'll have,
And that's the kind of spirit that we want to see in our people.
Yes.
Ia pia lesi fo na tulanga po sa no atu tina ya Oli. Se taimi wale ai lava se tupe. Ia wai le fai mo fi fo le me al fai tisinisi. Ia pia sa no atu Oli. Ia vai aso ato ale se tupe. Ia ai pe ona sa no mai fo ia nga ia fa tua. You gotta have faith.
Yes.
And work. Why you say fa tua ile ngalua So, big of a faith, but no work.
Yes.
And the faith has to go with works. Yeah, and therefore in night time, wait for tato proclama. If I'm malo say for so, and this is the money you get from the business to help out the family.
Yes.
Ito ngay for ipilia ta may sila onga ya. Matau si for ila aina fa for ifala velave matulanga fa pena ito no o aina isa unga la velale le for ila yesta may pisinisi. Oli, give an advice for those who want to go into business, especially try to find something they're passionate about. Because when I saw your husband, Eden.
Yeah.
Doing this and that. How important is passion to your line of work?
It's very important. I think it's what keeps it going. Sometimes I tell him I give up. I don't want to do it because it's not my passion. It's his.
Yes.
But then as a couple, I have to support what he does. I can't just just because I want to pull out, that he needs to pull out too. But it's two ways. He helps me out. I help him out. But
it's
the passion,
partnership.
Yeah.
The passion and the partnership you need to have.
His passion in this line of work is what keeps us going.
I'm sure you have a passion. What is it? You need to break.
Just me, it's everything. Yeah.
Le foi lá tato malo lava odi. Le foi lá tato te mata mai le nei o fai foi. Ya e fai foi ele ungali nei odi ma ida ni le. So these are like 2 yards each.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a suma foi ne tato market. Yeah, it's lava nei wai. So who does it? Is that your passion?
No, it's his. I just help out. I just help out.
You just help out.
He's trying to teach me what. Yeah, it's mostly him. It's all him.
Hello, Fire Eden. Okay. Samoa lama fai for tato proclama nei taiao. Yeah, it's a lava ni mele fa pena na fa so mai for ia le tinaya Oli I miss it for ile na luenga lo fai pe lona li ia Eden in tato marketi mantua foi la wale ni tu risi o ai lala au mai so swani I tato tamai business children market out told for la tunu ya tato level la tunu fa tired for ya la to lo asias mai per tato market it's so pe fa sa vidi in market ya ma ai so pancake ya am fata wai ya na luenga for Italy mana chama mana tinalo ya fa na sala va nei vai sauri ina leo mai o tangata ta whao mai ia o lei fo ini meli wa atau nu mai le meli ia o le sile tu ngā tupe maua e maua lava te le fo ni sosoania ana tangata ta whao mai te no tata watanu. But we also try to promote what we call domestic tourism. This is where we ask our own local people to come in, enjoy what we have here at the market, get some panikeke, some local food here. We have vaisalo, fa'ausi, papa, etele fo ilava ia me maua nei tatou maketi e le whaapea wale o mai fo tangata tawhao. Ia ai o mai lava fo tatou e sosoani fo nei tangata nei ne maketi. Oli, how do you see yourself, you and Eden, in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself with the business?
We'll still be here. Yes. At the market. We'll be here. You'll find us.
Because,
we'll be here.
you know, no matter what, people will like to buy something, you know. Yeah, if we live up in Alava, you're too long or to what to do. What are some of the things you and Eden talk about to improve your business in the next 5 years?
Well, our plans is for the next 10 years, but then for the 5 years, we're going to work on trying to save up, maybe get a bit, have another little branch over on the west side, since,
It's important to plan ahead, right?
Yeah.
And unless for namin tawa for namin ya tato ya fe pisinisi ya emanami for the for and other people are trying to say, oh, I don't want to go there because, and everything now it's like on a balance, right? On a yo-yo. And it's important to make tough choices. You want to grow, but then at the same time,
we don't want to rush it.
We don't want to rush it because you don't have, the tourists are not here. You want to expand, but you need to look at your plan again. A lot of people said that you need to take risks.
Yeah.
Are you a risk taker, Oli?
Sometimes. I took a risk with this, but
you need risks. You need to take risks too, but you need to be very smart with those choices that you make. And if I pay for it, especially in small businesses.
Yeah.
Small businesses that you need to grow, or small businesses that you need to bring in the clientele. You need to be very careful with your own plan, own business plan, and where you need to go. So it's important to have short-term, long-term goals. Wow, if lava for it too long, I would tato yai. Le tato yai for it time wa afatia uma ia tulanga uma yo fo ele nga te tono America Samoa awa tu no fo ifafolo tatu wa ile ne fa ma yo le COVID-19 it sort of disrupts everything.
Yes.
So from planning, but thank God that we still have people here at the market.
Yes.
We still have the restaurants, we still have people running hotels. We thank God the buses are still going, the taxis, and we like to thank our own people, because it's going to be our own people that will help with our economy. O tatou lava tangata o le ata mawhai na vai a wala umala vai if sosoani ai tatou what to do. My last question. Now that because our program is always about tourism, people say, tourism, no tourists. But what's your advice for our people, even if the tourists are not here?
I'd say we're all tourists. We live here on island, but
I like that.
We're tourists ourselves too. So it takes your neighbor to help you out. So on island, we'll be our own tourists.
Yeah,
so
we'll be our own. Yes.
Yeah.
Think of that. Be our own tourists. Yeah.
Before we...
And our number again is 731-9647. 731-9647. It's a mawai it's in a oli mlonali o inen tato market tele ne Fagatogo. And you can still find not just the Fale Lalaga, but other programs that we have on our website, www.americansamoa.travel, or our Facebook, American Samoa Visitors Bureau. I feel man malama foi pete itata proclama pe face of sili ya pete fia wife tata proclama para o mai tata ofisa lo inel tata ofisa o le building le o Teddy's of Samoa I le ono tolu tolu I vavalu o lima. Ono tolu tolu I vavalu o lima. E toi moli atu whataitele I le suna kemseri la Fale ma le ofisa o le Department of Commerce mo le whaonga ina foi o le nei no fuanga mo le pue ina le nei prokalama. Whatai atu foi le 684 Media mo le tamawhaina foi o tatu prokalama. Ai whapea foi le tatu ofisa o le KVZ KTV ia mo le tu sao inato tatu prokalama. Samoa atonu stemi wa sola sa se upu wa sasi a se anga foi wale ta mana sila alofa fa mangalo mai maua ai o le tinana ia oli Siausau wa neo poe mangeo to fa soifua manuia lava fa sau ngala tinu ne yaso